Okay, we're here with the third part of this very first sequence that I'm offering. And we're going to start again with downward dog, dog pose. So come to your mats. This time we're going to go up in dog pose with straight legs. Get your hands set under a little bit in front of your shoulders. Curl your toes under, hip width apart, feet. Press the feet and the hands simultaneously and lift and open the arms and the legs. Keep your heels lifting up. Extend through your feet. Extend the soles of your feet. Make them long and make them wide. Reach through your feet up into your thighs and up into your sitting bones. Let the head release and again stretch the hands similarly to the feet. Push the floor all the way through the armpits, all the way through the rib cage and hips, into the sitting bones. And also spread your sitting bones apart from each other. And then extend the heels back towards the wall behind you so they may lower. Keep the focus in the hands. It's like taking care of 10 children. You have to keep tending to all these parts of the body to make sure they're doing their job. Breathe. Press your thighs back. Push the floor with the hands. Open the elbows and the armpits. And when you're ready, exhale, bend the knees, and come down. Very good. We're going to sit back on our heels, take our knees apart, extend our arms forward, and walk forward. Just watch me. And keep your head up so that you can lengthen from the base of your spine in front all the way up through the chest. So you're going to keep your head up as you lower it. Keep looking forward, in other words, as you lower your head and release the forehead to the floor. So my hands are working, my arms are working, my legs are folded. My buttocks are on my heels. Your buttocks may not be on your heels today, but we're working towards that happening. And then it's a resting pose, but it's also a working pose. So the arms are working. It's called forward Virasana, and it's typically done after dog pose. It's or before dog pose as well. It's a good pose to do before dog pose. It gets you set up for how dog pose is, and it also helps you find the correct spacing from your hands and to your feet. So when I'm in forward Virasana, my big toes are touching. I can show you from the back. My big toes are touching, I'm sitting on my heels, I'm walking my hands forward, I'm releasing my head. Now if I keep my hands here and come up onto my knees, I should be exactly where I need to be for dog pose. It's a good way to find your spacing. Okay, so forward Virasana. Go ahead. So sit with your feet together, bring your knees apart. So you want your torso to fit in between those knees. And you also might want to put a blanket or a mat, at this point I want it, under your feet and knees. I have to open it up a little bit. Blankets work as well. Okay, and then extend forward. So you're walking your hands forward and releasing your head down. Your arms are active, your hands are active. And you want to push, just like you do in dog pose, you want to push the hands into the floor. Extend up and push your sitting bones. Using your hands, push your sitting bones into your feet. Push. So you're stretching forward, but you're also pushing this way. There's an arrow going this way and an arrow going that way simultaneously. Okay? It's similar to if you have a ball, if you imagine that I have a ball, I should get a ball, and you drop the ball, it goes down, and then what does it do? It goes up. It's the same thing happening in our hands and arms, all the way into our hips, to our sitting bones. There's a down makes up. It's a energetic, right? It's energetic. Okay, try it again. You can start with your hands here in front of your knees and walk and practice. So push here and lengthen into your sitting bones, and then push here and lengthen to the sitting bones until you get all the way forward. Push the hands down and also reach them forward. Push down and reach forward. Okay, and come on up. Okay, we're going to do a standing pose. Trikonasana. This is the first time I've done this on the camera, so I guess this will work. It's usually you take your mat and put it this way. Try that. All right, so you're going to stand in the middle of your mat, Tadasana. Find your feet, work up into your legs, and open the torso, and then I'm going to step my feet apart. And so the outer edges of my feet are parallel to the outer edges of my mat. And your feet are about 4 to 4.5 feet apart. Then I'm going to take my right foot and leg, and I'm going to rotate it to be 90 degrees towards the front edge of my mat, which you can't necessarily see. So one of my legs is turning to the right, and another one is in Virasana where it was. I'm going to take that heel out just a tiny bit. Okay, and then my torso is in the middle here, and the legs have to do the work. I'm going to show you the pose and then I'll explain it. Arms, shoulders, shoulder height. Extend out over your front leg. Keep the arms up, turn the feet forward, and then step your feet together. There's a lot going on in this pose. We haven't, in my classes so far, we haven't done any twists, but there is a twist in this pose. You'll find out. So, this time I'm going to do it, if you'll watch me one more time, I'm going to do it to the opposite side, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing as I do it. So my feet are parallel to the outer edges of my mat, and you want your mats to be parallel to the walls. You don't want to just diagonally have your mat, because this type of yoga is very focused on alignment, so that the spine is in line and gets the fullest extension. It's not casual. It's more like ballet. It's a very structured and exacting, precision-oriented practice, because the body is like a building, and even this room or this house was not just casually, done. It was very precisely done so that the structure would be supportive, fully supportive and functional. And so that's what we're doing with our bodies. We want to function in the best way we can, internally with our organs and externally with our skin and our muscles and our bones and all of the millions of functions that are going on that we're not even aware of. So you start out with this alignment of your mat and of your body on the mat, and the feet are the parts of the body that are on the mat. So the outer edge of your foot, from your little toe to your outer heel, is, so you're kind of having your heels out slightly in order to create a straight line. Okay, and then you'll rotate your front foot. So when I do that, I swing my heel towards my back arch so that my heel is lined up with my back arch. And then I turn my toes to face the front of my mat. So this leg is doing something very different than this leg. And in order for that to happen, I have to learn to turn from the top or the root. There's a socket, my hip socket and the bone. It has to learn to rotate in the hip, turn in order to turn my leg. So you encourage that with your arm, and you work from your foot. So this leg is turning this way, right? But I'm in the middle of two different asymmetrical legs. So I have to train, put my mind's attention, and see if my mind can tell my leg what to do. And the more I do that, the more the leg understands and the more the leg learns to do it. Then you also want to grip this thigh. You want to lift it and grip it. You want to work your leg. Your leg can't be relaxed. You can't just be in this position without engaging. You have to engage in order to do these poses. They're muscular and skeletal operations. Okay, so my knee turns towards my little toe. Not exactly, but it's going in that direction. It's not dropping inward. It's rotating. It's connected to my thigh. When my thigh engages, it lifts my kneecap. So you might want to get in this position in a minute, and we'll do that. We'll engage the thigh and we'll relax the thigh so that you can see it and I can see it. And that way you know, oh, I'm not engaging my legs. So then you have to grip. You can see it with your eyes. You can look at your legs, okay? And then extend your arm. The back leg is going to be very, very strong. It's like the anchor, because all of my body is going over here. All of my weight is going over here. And I have to anchor. So I have to really pay attention and prioritize my back foot on my back leg in order to reach this far, all this way, a 45-degree angle, a 90-degree angle. So my back leg is really the leg that's doing most of the work. The front leg is bearing the weight, which is a big thing. But the back leg is anchoring me. It's allowing me to extend over my front leg. And then my arms are reaching, opening my chest, and then I'm slightly rotating towards my up-reaching arm. The torso is turning towards that arm. The torso is turning up, and the front leg is turning down. It's turning out, and the torso is rotating in towards the center. So there's a twist going on. And then to come out, you want to extend the lower arm, extend both arms, breathe, but really root into your legs. It's a different thing to do it than it is to watch it. And I've been doing it for so many, like 25 years. No, I don't know. Started in 94. So 26 years, 27 years. So it's natural for me to some degree. It's still a work and I love it. This is one of my very favorite poses. So come to the center of your mat. Extend let's do Tadasana. I don't want to make the video so long. I can go on and on and on. Extend, let's take our hands to our hips. Step your feet apart. You can look down at your mat. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are lined up with the outer edges of your mat. And here, engage your legs. And here, with the hands on the hips, lift the ribs up and open the chest. And breathe. Now you're going to stay steady and firm and conscious in your back leg as you swing your front heel and line it up with your back arch and turn your feet to face the right side. And sometimes like I'm creeping my foot a little bit because I don't feel like I'm quite wide enough. Okay, now bring your attention into your back leg and be in that left side of your body. Just be very conscious of it and stay conscious of it. You're going to extend your arms. I want you to stay conscious of your left leg, left foot, left torso, left arm. Stay conscious of that left side of your body as you extend over the right side. And reach up into this thigh. Turn it to the right. Extend. Breathe. Reach the arms apart. Reach into the legs. Reach into the feet. Lift the ribs. Keep going. Stay in that back heel. The left heel. Stay in that left leg. Open the arms apart. Keep turning your front leg. Extend your right ribs out over your right leg. And keep your palms open. And one more time, in that back leg. As you press into that back leg, can you feel the energy travel up into your left side? Reaching through the hands and arms and feet and legs. Rotating the front leg. Turning the torso up towards your front arm. And breathe. Feel your body. Feel what you feel. Be there a few moments. And inhale, you're going to stretch up through your left arm and press into your left leg as you lift your right arm and use your right leg to bring yourself to stand, feet forward. Do this slowly and consciously. It's just as important to come out of the pose as it is to come into pose because you want to be safe. You don't want to spring off the mat or twist an ankle. I'm not going to say anything but what could happen, but You have to be very careful, just like when you go up a hill or up a ladder, you have to be almost more careful coming down, right? Same thing with these poses. So then bring your feet together. Breathe, stand in Tadasana, and just feel your legs. Feel what you feel. Feel whatever parts of your bodies are making themselves known, heard, felt. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So I know I can't ask you for questions. I can't see you right now. I'm going to set it up so that I have classes one of these days where I can see people, but videos I can't see anybody. So take your feet 4 to 5 feet apart. Make sure your outer edges of your feet are lined up with the outer edges of your mat. Grip your thighs from your hands. Lift your ribs, open your chest, feel your shoulder blades in the back body. Breathe. Good. Rotate the front. So you can turn, you can pivot your front toes and swivel your back heel. You can do it that way also. Now I'm a little too wide. If you feel like I was here and I feel like I'm sinking down, you know, I'm too wide. So you want it to be that your feet are supporting the lift of the pose, not the sinking of the pose. When you get too wide, you start to sink, right? So spread your toes, spread the balls of your feet. Be very aware of that back leg. Feel the Velcro edge of the back foot pressing into the mat. Feel the back heel. And then lift the front quadricep and turn it so that your knee, you can look, your knee is facing your toes, your little toes, the outer edge of your foot. And this back leg, this right leg is pressing back. It's called your standing leg. So you want to stand on your standing back leg. Use it as your anchor, your standing leg anchor. As you rotate and turn your front leg, 2 very different actions. Extend your arms and reach to the right as you extend out over, I'm getting a cramp, out over your front leg. Be in that back foot, be in that front foot. Stand on your back leg and turn your front leg and reach the arms so that your torso becomes long and open. Extend your arms, back leg, back torso, back arm, as you stretch up into your front leg and extend the ribs out over your left leg and turn your chest. It's twisting towards your upper arm, your right arm. Keep gripping your front leg. Keep gripping your back leg. Enjoy the openness. And when you're ready, inhale, lift your front arm and press into your front leg and use your back arm and leg to bring you up and stay here for a moment. Then consciously turn your front foot forward and consciously bring your arms down and walk your feet back to Tadasana. Very good. Thank you for hanging in. It's a long video, it's complex. I hope you're enjoying the Iyengar practice. See you in the next video. We're still not done with this sequence, and I think 1 or 2 more videos. Bye-bye.